Good morning, everybody. In this class, we are going to learn about one law, that is Raoult's law. We know for the Raoult's law, only ideal solutions are applicable. Which solution is called as ideal solution? That can be seen in last class. What is ideal solution? The solution can formed by mixing of different proportion of solute and solvent, but its volume and enthalpy cannot be changed. It remains constant. It's called as ideal solution. Means to what? The volume, that is delta V, and enthalpy delta H is equal to 0, cannot be changed. For example of ideal solution, when benzene is mixed in toluene, so the mixture of benzene and toluene is called as ideal solution. Why it is called as ideal solution? Because when toluenes and benzenes are mixed together, its volume and enthalpy cannot change. Reason is that both benzene and toluenes are the aromatic compounds. Means what? The same category of the compounds, that is aromatic compounds, therefore its the volume and enthalpy cannot be changed. That is the reason. Okay, so ideal solutions are applicable for the only Raoult's law. What about the Raoult's law? So this derivation can ask for the board pattern in 3 marks. For that purpose, we have to require which contains. First of all, we have to require the statement and after its explanation. What is the Raoult's law? Statement is the partial vapor pressure, the partial vapor pressure of any volatile component of solution. We know the solution is made up from the solutes and solvents. Out of that, any component's partial vapor pressure is equal to the product of vapor pressure of pure component and mole fraction of that component present in solution is the statement. Okay, so what is the statement of Raoult's law? Statement. First of all, see the statement of Raoult's law. What is statement? The partial vapor pressure of any component any volatile component, partial pressure of any volatile component of solution is equal to vapor is equal to the product of vapor pressure of pure component and mole fraction of that component present in solution. So this is the statement of Raoult's law. What is the statement? Very simple statement. You know, any solution is made up from 2 components, at least solute and solvents. Out of that, any components partial vapor pressure is equal to product of its vapor pressure as well as mole fraction. That is the statement. So the partial vapor pressure of any volatile component. Volatile is the very important word. Volatile means what? Those substances can vaporize at room temperature. Volatile component of the solution is equal to the product of, that is multiplication, product of vapor pressure of that pure component and mole fraction of that component. So generally, according to this statement, we can text actually the mixture of solution, that is solute and solvents both, and its vapor, partial vapor pressure, how to forms. So this is the statement. Then see the explanation. For that explanation, first of all, draw one simple figure. Suppose this is the vessel which containing solution. This is the vessel which containing solution, and we know that whenever solution is formed, it containing two components. Suppose this is the solution. That solution containing solutes and solvents, two components. One of them is the solute and another is the solvent. Suppose we may consider both are the volatile substances. This solvent is the A1 and solute is the A2. Solvent is the A1, firstly prepared the solvent, that is major quantity, and solute is the A2. According to that, we have to require some things, that is its partial vapor pressure and vapor pressure. Suppose P1 and P01. P1 is the partial vapor pressure. P01 is the vapor pressure of that what? Solvent. And also X1 is the mole fraction. Likewise that for A2, P2 is the partial vapor pressure, then P02 is the vapor pressure, and X2 is the mole fraction. See again, this is for solvent. Solvent is the A1 and solid is the A2. For that solvent, P1 is the partial vapor pressure, P01 is the vapor pressure of that solvent, and X1 is the mole fraction. X1 is the mole fraction of solvent. Like to the solutes, A2 is the solute, P2 is the partial vapor pressure of that solute, and P02 is the vapor pressure, and X2 is the mole fraction. So this is the simple diagram. According to this diagram, first of all, we can write consider a solution. Consider a solution containing two volatile components. Consider a binary solution. Consider a binary. You know binary. Binary means what? The solution is formed by only two components. Consider a binary solution of two volatile liquids containing two volatile liquids A1 and A2. A1 and A2. Okay, so this is a very simple point. Consider a solution, binary solution. Binary means what? Made up from the two components A1 and A2. Both are the volatiles. Here, almostly these figures can indicate vapor pressure as well as its partial vapor pressure. So that let P1 and P2 P1 and P2 are the partial vapor pressure, are partial vapor pressure, while P01 and P02 are vapor pressures of component A1, A2. A1 and A2. See again. First of all, the binary solution is taken. That binary solution containing two components, both are volatiles, that can be indicated A1 and A2. A1 and A2 having the partial pressures P1, P2 and vapor pressures P01 and P02. Then X1 and X2 are mole fractions. X1 and X2 are the mole fractions of component A1 and A2. Okay, all these things are written in explanation. Then according to definition, what is the definition? According to definition, partial pressure of any compound, that may be A1 or A2, partial pressure is equal to vapor pressure and mole fractions multiplication, that is product. So according to statement for A1, P1 is equal to P01 X1 and for P2 is equal to P02 X2. Okay, according to statement, this is partial pressure of component A, this is vapor pressure and multiplied by its mole fraction. We may hear product can also cease, product can say otherwise multiplication, multiplied by, both are multiplied or products. So according to statement, these equations are givens of the solute and solvent. But according to Dalton's law, the total pressure of solution becomes. But according to Dalton's law, total pressure of solution becomes, according to Dalton's law, so the total pressure of solution becomes P is equal to P1 plus P2. P1 plus P2. P1 for the vapor pressure of solvent and P2 for the vapor pressure of solute. Both vapor pressures are combined together to form the vapor pressure of solution. We know that vapor pressure of solution. Then putting the values of P1 and P2 in this equation. Put the values of P1 and P2 in that equation, then we get what? What is the value of P1 and P2? We know that above the values of P1 and P2, therefore P is equal to, what is P1? P1 is the P01 X1 plus P02 X2. Put this equation number 1. By putting the values, we get the equation number first. But for uniform solution, understand that uniform solution, but x1 plus x2 is equal to 1. That is for the uniformity. X1 plus x2 is equal to 1. Then x1 is equal to 1 minus x2. X1 is equal to 1 minus x2. Putting this value in x1. Putting this value in x1. Putting this value this value in equation first. Put this value in equation first. By putting this value in equation first, we get what? P is equal to, that is pressure of solution, is equal to P01, and for the x1 this value is put up in bracket 1 minus x2 plus P02 into x2. P02 into x2. Then simplify this equation. P is equal to P01 minus P01 x2 plus P02 into x2. This both containing x2 can then the common factor can be calculated. This is P01, this is P02, x2 are the commons. Therefore, total pressure of solution P is equal to what? P is equal to, that is P02 minus P01 into the common factor, that is x2 plus P01. See again, this is P01, but x2. For that purpose, x2 is common. Then P2 minus P0 and plus P01. So this is the Raoult's law equation. Actually, this is the Raoult's law equation. This equation is for the Raoult's law. Okay. If question may be asked for the 3 marks in bold pattern, you have to require all these things. First of all, write the statement. After the statement, explain all the terms which are included in it. So this is the Raoult's law. Okay. After that, in the next class, we will discuss about the Raoult's law for the non-volatile solute. Both are the difference. This law is only for the volatile substances. Means those can be evaporate at the given temperature. Then another law is also Raoult's law, but for the non-volatile solute. Okay. Thank you.